Smith,
Yes, sir.
and you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On February 1st, 2025, officers initiated a traffic stop on a blue Nissan Altima with an obscured license plate at the 13,000 block of Kirklandale Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the driver and observed an odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. The officer identified the driver and ran the ID and found that the defendant had an outstanding warrant out of Bell County and was taken into custody. The defendant stated that there was probably marijuana in the vehicle, but it was not her vehicle. The officer performed a probable cause search of the vehicle due to the odor of marijuana and found 0.275 ounces of a green leafy substance that the officer recognized from training and experience to be marijuana. It was found in the center console of the vehicle.
What was she taken in for, you know?
Hold up, this is serious. When the judge says bond conditions, he's basically laying out the fine print of freedom. If she even touches a steering wheel without a valid license, that's a one-way ticket back to jail. It's wild how many people trip up on this exact rule. Do you think fair or too strict?
Warrant out of Bell County. I can run it and see what the offense is.
And then also if you can run her license plate.
Yes, Your Honor.
She does not have a driver's license.
Okay. Ms. Smith, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle whatsoever. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. These are part of your bond conditions. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm not seeing any active cases. What I am seeing is that she was on probation out of Bell County for possession of marijuana. So it might be a probation violation.
Ms. Smith, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. We'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. If you do, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Do not pick up any new cases. Above all else, do not drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You cannot justify getting in a car and driving for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take your signature. Ms. Hill, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. As part of this agreement, for you to successfully complete this, you must do a DWI education class, 3 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see if you need other conditions. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill those as well. No drug.
And there, I guilty. Notice how fast that happened. No dramatic jury scene, no courtroom shouting match, just paperwork and a few words. That's what a plea deal looks like in real life. It trades uncertainty for control, but also locks you into consequences that can follow you for years. Would you take the deal or roll the dice at trial?
No alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation of this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian interlock. Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, this is a contract that we're entering into. You either complete it successfully. If you don't, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You must do stuff on time. The other thing you need to understand is this DWI will go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. The other thing is this, is if you get pulled over, I don't care if it's today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, officers will see that you have a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I would never, even if whatever you're doing, even have a sip of wine, I wouldn't get into a car. It's a huge risk. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, ma'am? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. What do you do for a living, man?
Judge, if I may, before we get to that, regarding the interlock, she does not have a car. She has not been driving. She's been up.
And there it is. Guilty. Notice how fast that happened? No dramatic jury scene, no courtroom shouting match, just paperwork and a few words. That's what a plea deal looks like in real life. It trades uncertainty for control, but also locks you into consequences that can follow you for years. Would you take the deal or roll the dice at trial?
Operating under a no driving affidavit. I asked her today if she's going to get a car. I think she's still scared to get behind the wheel of the car. Chief said that we can talk about that condition here today.
Okay, so you need to understand that if you're not going to drive, then, I mean, we're not going to put an interlock if you're not going to drive, but you must have a portable device. You have to understand, though, is that we send orders to DPS in Austin so that every officer in the state knows that if you get pulled over, you're driving a car, you're supposed to have an interlock. If you don't, they're going to arrest you on the spot. So when you say that you're not going to drive, I really, really hope you're not driving, because if you do, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with us today promising us you're not going to drive while you're on this probation. If you do eventually get a car and you want to, you can. I'm not going to suspend your license today. So I don't know about the ALR hearing, but if you have a license, the only restriction you have is you must have an interlock. So if you want to, you let us know, let your probation officer know, you get the interlock, and then you're free to drive. But don't drive until you get permission.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So what do you do for a living?
I do citizen work with customer service for health insurance.
The reason I'm asking you this, ma'am, is that there is a $3,000 surcharge that is normally tacked on to DWIs. It's huge business in the state. Anytime you pick up a DWI, it costs you a lot of money. We all make mistakes, but if you continue to, well, you endanger other people's lives. It gets so much worse. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm going to waive the $3,000 fee that normally would apply to you. You pick up another DWI, though, it's a $6,000 fee. Do you understand? Not to mention a minimum 30 days in
Yes, sir.
jail. Just don't get into a car. It's really easy. Even if you've had a sit, that's it. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you, man. Thanks,
Thank you, Your
man.
Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait, all the things or just?
So reduce it, and then we'll kill the 3,000, and then run the court costs as well. All right. Good luck, Ms. Hill. Sir, you're charged with false report to a peace officer or to a police officer. You're facing up to a year in jail, up to 6 months in jail, and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor, on January 17th, 2025, officers were assigned to an auto theft case. The initial police report was taken by a deputy who spoke to the defendant, who stated that he rented a 2023 Toyota Camry from Toro. The defendant stated that he was going out with his friends when he parked the car at a Walmart in Humble on January 16th. When he returned on the 17th, the vehicle was missing. The officer made contact with the witness, who stated that on January 15th, she observed a post on Craigslist for the vehicle. The witness met with the seller on January 16th at a Walmart, which is in Fort Bend County, and the witness purchased the vehicle for $16,000 in cash and collected a title and bill of sale. The witness attempted to title the vehicle when she learned that the vehicle's title was fictitious and that the vehicle was stolen. Another witness stated that she rented the vehicle from the defendant on January 13th and it was to be returned on January 17th. That witness stated that the vehicle was equipped with a GPS and tracking device. The officer observed the defendant's car was never near the Humble area on January 16th, but it said it was in Southwest Houston, near the Richmond and Rosenberg area. The officer contacted the defendant again and asked where he parked his car so that he could look at the surveillance footage at the Walmart location. The defendant struggled to answer the question and stated that he parked in the back left of the parking lot. The officer then attempted to contact the defendant again to come in and provide a statement, but the defendant did not answer or return any of the officer's phone calls.
So you said he reported the car stolen
Yes, Your Honor.
on
On January, find the
the
date.
16th, right? I think you said.
He said that the vehicle was stolen on the 17th.
17th. So did he try to negotiate a sale as well?
Let's see who the seller is.
So let me ask you this. She
Yes, Your Honor.
purchased the car for how much? And did she give-
$6,000?
And did she give that amount of money to,
Yes, in cash, Judge.
she get the money back?
I haven't been able to speak with her yet, because it's out of Fort Bend, so it's
Oh, so, okay, so that transaction happened in a different county?
Fort Bend, yes.
Okay, so that's wouldn't concern us here.
Yes.
Right, okay. All right, Mr. Burris, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? If I find that you do, then I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect this county at all costs. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons as well. Can you run his license to see if he has a valid Texas driver license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It is eligible, Your Honor.
I'd like you guys to please, if you don't mind, do a rip,
Yes,
see
Your
if there's any restitution that's available in this case. Okay, I want to make sure that every party is made whole in this one way or the other. Okay, please. Mr. Burris, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Are you working these days?
Yes.
What do you do for, what I'll do is I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. First, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take your seat at the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs, Mr. Burris. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger to my county, I will protect it at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.